All right.
I have a headache.
Next question, headache princess. When will you show Billy? When? When will you do it?
Not for a while, if ever.
So, he'll probably, have his own Instagram page when he's like 9 or 10?
When he books his first acting gig.
Can Rylan buy my eggs if he isn't affected by the shortage?
Yes. What's your address? Drop it in the comments below.
No question, just sending good vibes to you.
Ooh.
I'm 2 years in and still feel like a postpartum mess.
Ooh, taking all the good vibes. Good to know this postpartum mess doesn't end anytime soon because I'm loving the ride. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That was sarcasm. I don't love the ride. But I will say it's a little bit like being punch drunk after staying up all night. Right? And that's... Even though the hangover from an all-nighter sucks, do we not giggle and laugh? Hello?
I mean, should we go get drunk?
That's not what I'm saying.
Should you go watch me get drunk?
Billito, I will watch you get drunk the day you take me to get my ears pierced.
Yay! Do they have those places in malls still where you
I
can
won't
get
be
drunk
going
and get
there.
pierced?
You can never could get drunk at a mall and get pierced. What
Hell
are you,
yeah, you can.
What are you talking about?
If there's a restaurant in the mall,
Oh,
then you can get drunk there.
I guess.
How did you deal with advice that you did not ask for during pregnancy?
Ooh.
I'm ready to snap.
Girl, snap, go off, queen. There's nothing I hate more than a mother who goes up to an expecting mother and says, just wait. Oh, you have to get rid of your dogs. Oh, you have to do this. Oh, that won't work. They're wrong. Period. Point
Wrong.
blank. They're talking from their own experience, their own trauma. Doesn't have to be your bag. Don't fucking carry it. Everyone would just be like, just wait. And I would just be like, he's not going to do that. And they'd be like, oh, you don't know. And I'd be like, I know. He's not going to do that. I'd meet their crazy with my crazy. And honestly, it got me nowhere. But I did feel a little better about myself.
I think that's pretty sound advice. Can you share your 7-month-old schedule? I have a 6.5-month-old and I'm struggling.
Okay, if you're struggling, check out my sleep consultant. Her link is in the bio below. The schedule we're on is based off of Billy's specific needs and stuff, and I came up with it with my sleep consultant. So it might not work for your kid, but we decided to move on to 2 naps because I could tell that Billy did not need more when he started refusing the 4th or the 3rd nap of the day, and I didn't want to continue fighting for it. So we swapped to the 2 nap schedule. He wakes up between 7 and 7:30. If he wakes up before 7 or 7:30, I set an alarm for 10 minutes, and I do not get him immediately because I want him to understand that we don't, like, no matter what, we don't come immediately to pull him out of the crib. And then his first nap is at 9:30, and I let him go for an hour and 90 minutes if he wants to. Or not an hour and 90 minutes. I let him go for 90 minutes if he wants to. And then the next nap is at 2 or 2:30, usually 2:30. And I try to cap him at a total day sleep of 2.5 hours. So if he did 90 minutes for his first nap, his second nap is only an hour. Today is a Tuesday. No, it's not. It's Wednesday. And he has mommy and me on Wednesday, which means his first nap is only an hour, which is why we get 90 minutes together now to film this vlog. Oh, and then his bedtime is at 8 p.m. I give him a bottle at 7:15. I give him a bath. I put lotion on his body, and we do our gratitude list for his body parts, which sounds weird when I say it out loud.
Gross. I don't know what that is, but it didn't sound good.
I just go like, thank you shoulders for holding the weight of the world. Like, thank you sides for keeping me together like the bread of a sandwich. And like, thank you arms for helping me hug my family. It's whatever.
That sounds pretty cute now.
Yeah. Sometimes I even say, thank you arms for helping me hug my mommy and my daddy and my billy goat and my brothers Icky and Bobo. Stupid. We also say, we greet our guardian angels and we say good evening to them and we thank them for another beautiful day. And then I put him in a sleep sack, I read him 2 books and put his little ass in the crib. And before I say good night to him at his nap times or bedtime, I say, it's bedtime, Billy. I love you. Good night. But because I'm a psycho, I also hold him for a good, like, 5 minutes before that, just kissing on him, telling him how proud I am to be his mommy and how much I love our little family, and then I put him down. That's our schedule.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I also feed him 5 times a day. We're also doing solids now, so I throw some solid meals in there. But I think a big part of him sleeping through the night is that he has solid milk meals through the day where he gets 5 to 8 ounces of breast milk. You can do the same thing with formula. But I don't attribute feeding with sleeping. So like I said, I give him his bottle and then I give him his bath and then I put him to bed. So there's space, like there's at least 30 minutes between when he finishes his bottle and when he goes to sleep. And when he wakes up at 7:30, I don't feed him till 8 a.m. And then I feed him at noon and then at 4 and then a snack at 5:30 before his 8 ounce bottle before bed of breast milk. Okay, the laundry's folded.
How many babies do you want to have?
3.
3.
Yes.
What so you want to be pregnant 3 times?
I will be pregnant 3 times if I have to, but I am manifesting.
We're not shooting for twins.
Belito, you don't get a say in this manifestation. I will be having twins with my next pregnancy.
Well, I made a twin voodoo doll in my room and I stab it up every night and I'm like, no twins.
That's really problematic. Okay, how much time is left on my clock?
37 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to do a workout now. Because I can't put the baby's clothes away. I saw an Instagram reel about this. Doing dead bugs is good for your core post-pregnancy, huh, Bobo? Dying. You know what I was thinking about while I was doing that?
What?
That I have Billy's swim clothes still in the wet sack from Saturday and a dirty diaper in the car. So next task, cleaning up the car. Let's go.
I guess this is kind of shoehorns into that other question, but is Billy still thriving on his schedule?
Yes. Billy is thriving on his schedule. But that doesn't mean that it's because of the schedule. Honestly, I was talking to my sleep consultant when I booked with her, and she said you can do everything right. You can follow a schedule, you can feed him the perfect amount of ounces, his room can be exactly the right temperature, and a baby still might not sleep. Babies have different sleep needs. Oh my God! I totally forgot. I bought a present for Ryland and didn't give it to him.
Right.
Love you, Rye. I saw it and I couldn't not think of him because I'm constantly stealing his dad hats, and I thought this was a nice one and it would complement his eyes.
Okay, next question.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah?
Are you doing BLW? My baby loved it.
Oh, baby-led weaning. So I do a combination of things. I do some baby-led weaning. Like I check the Healthy Starts app for like its suggestions on how to feed Billy things, but I don't do it exclusively. My husband and I will also do homemade purees. I think the main thing about our approach is that we just want it to be, we don't want to do a lot of preservatives. We don't want to do a lot of like not fresh foods. Does that make sense?
I guess. No question, just want to say you're doing amazing and I love listening to your pod and vlogs.
Oh my God, thank you. That's really sweet of you to say.
Got a lot of crap in here.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Yeah.
Bees, question mark?
Huh?
Bees, question mark?
Bees, like bzzz.
Yes.
What about them?
I don't know, that's all it says.
I don't know. I'm cool with them.
It might be more in the James department.
Yeah, James, you want to take a second and segue by yourself right now? Not right now, but right now when you're editing this, and give them a little lowdown on the bees in the backyard?
Sure.
And put in your National Geographic photos?
All right, quick backstory about the bees. We have a huge wall hive in our backyard, very big. And this past weekend, they had a swarm. And in this case, the swarm indicated that there was a new queen in charge. So basically, the old queen made a new queen, probably because she was too old and couldn't lay as many eggs as the colony needed. So the hive kicks her out, and she was left to basically starve, abandoned out in nature because she doesn't know how to do anything. She can't even feed herself, really. She's only flown once in her life to mate, and yeah, she's pretty useless, so she's sure to die. She was a great queen. She was around here for years, 3 years. She did a lot of good work around the block. So that's the bee story. And yes, I am very much of beekeeping age.
Tummy time advice. My 3-month-old hates it.
The Baby Einstein Aquarium. Get it. They will love it.
Say it again.
Baby Einstein Aquarium. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put a link in the video right here. Click this link. Buy this for your baby. This is single-handedly what got Billy to roll over. And I have not heard of a single baby not loving it. Okay, let's throw these diapers in trash. Hold on, I know there's more trash in the back seat.
Okay, next question.
Yeah?
How's making the baby famous going?
Okay. So it wasn't about making him famous. He loves to act. And I was giving him an opportunity to pursue his dreams. That being said, I went to sign him up for an agent, and I couldn't do it. I got the heebie-jeebies. I thought it was gross and weird. And
Creepy town.
Yeah, it was creepy town.
Yeah, sit your boy down in my office. Let me get a good look at him.
There, and like, not only that, but like on the page to submit his image and stuff, they had a link to a Hollywood Reporter article about the risks and dangers of child stardom, and I was like, this isn't for me.
Yeah, I mean, child stars, on average, 99%, they all do great.
If Billy makes it to like, well, he's gonna make it to 8, but like if he's like 8 years old and he's like, I want to try this thing, I'm gonna be like, let's go. But I can't make that choice for him.
I can. He's gonna be a star, and I'm gonna take all his money.
Honestly, he probably is gonna be a star, and I probably am gonna take all his money, but I don't need to do that in infancy.
Give him some time.
Another mom at Swim said that the agency she was at has a kids division, and she thought it was like a positive thing for babies because you can save the money that they make as college tuition. But then I'm like, do I really want to take my kid somewhere and like give his bodily autonomy over to a director in a production? And the answer is no, I don't know. I've directed babies before. And by babies, I mean like a 18-month-old, but still it's like, what is going on with this car? I was in charge there, and I'm never going to do anything weird to a kid, so I know that that's a safe space because I'm leading the space. But if I'm not leading the space, I don't know, it's just not for me.
Bees.
Bees. Bees.
Question mark.
How much time we got left on that clock?
Let me see. 26 minutes.
Hell yeah, dude. Should we go for a walk? Okay, next question.
Have you started with solids yet?
Yes.
If so, is it overwhelming?
So, yes, I've started with solids. And yeah, everything is overwhelming. Everything is overwhelming if you let it be. Hold on, I just got really hot and really lightheaded. Because I'm overwhelmed. Yeah, I started with solids. The thing about solids is like the way I want to do it with the baby-led weaning hybrid is I want Billy to use it as a sensory activity so that he can start making sense of foods and tastes and textures and swallowing and everything. And I want it to be a stress-free experience for him so that he enjoys doing it. But that means a big mess for me, and it's a lot of time. So I give myself patience and grace. I remind myself that solids before one are just for fun, and I try to just enjoy it. Because it's hard, it's gross, it's yucky, it's a lot of fucking work. So if you don't just find a way to enjoy it, it's going to be a bummer. But like I've told you all before, you don't have to want to do something to get something done. I didn't want to do all this with you guys today. I wanted to nap. But instead, I made the most of these 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's about right. Okay, next question.
Yes.
How to find a loving husband like yours?
Well, I found mine in his backyard. So that was convenient.
In my backyard.
Well, in James's backyard, I guess you're right. And then I just sort of forced myself in. I think it's about knowing who you are as a person first. If you know your wants and your needs, and if you are comfortable in your own skin, it's a hell of a lot easier to find a partner that meets your needs and compliments you. So, being comfortable alone and knowing who you are and what you want is the best way to find a good partner for you. Now I'm going to clean the skip hop.
Next question. Would you ever open up to show Billy a little more on Patreon?
I think about that. I have shared a picture of him on Patreon.
Yeah, so it takes us a little cash, a little greasing of the hand to get this baby out here on the internet.
No.
Yeah.
This is vinegar.
Well, you guys, if you want, you can start a little pool for some cash, and I'll dole out some Billy pics on the black market for you guys. Just hit me up in my DMs.
He's joking.
And need a husband, give me a call too.
I suppose you can hit him up if you need a husband. I'll agree to that.
Yeah.
But you can't take him out of my house. He's mine.
On loan.
He's my family. Back off. We gave Billy a piece of broccoli in the skip off, and it really didn't go well. I mean, it went well, but it stinks like vomit now.
Okay, next question. Your favorite worst thing about being a mom? Because we know it's tough as
My favorite worst thing?
Yes.
Worst thing. My favorite worst thing. I'm trying to think of like what's the really bad part. Okay, poop is really bad, but it's not the worst. God, this is dramatic. But I guess the worst thing is if I do this parenting thing right, he's just gonna f***ing leave me one day. And that sucks.
That's the goal, man.
Ooh, I might start crying.
I mean, and just think, you'll want him to leave because he'll probably be getting on your nerves.
No.
Yeah, dude.
I love him. He's great.
He's gonna have a girlfriend that just hates your guts.
No. That's the thing about a woman like me. I have a very specific set of skills for dealing with women like that. You know what I'm saying? That make me a nightmare for women like that.
Ooh. All right, next question.
Yeah.
I also have a blonde Frenchie. She always licks her blanket after she eats. Does yours do that?
I don't think mine has a blanket to lick. Get this bitch off.
I wonder if that means the Frenchie has his own little blanket and he just goes and licks it and stuff.
I mean, obviously that's what that means.
A little cuddle blanket. It's pretty cute.
That is really cute. Should we get Icky a blanket?
Icky is more of a, I like to kill rats and lizards rather than a blanket kind of kid.
Icky's more like a, I want to my brother after a meal. This is so annoying.
Yeah. Okay, next question.
Okay.
Can y'all travel and do reviews of Buc-ee's and barbecue?
Where is Buc-ee's?
Wait, hold on a second. Let me start that over again. I totally botched that.
Oh, okay.
Can y'all travel to Texas and do reviews of Buc-ee's and barbecue?
God, I would love to. I actually really like Texas. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. It's like a 20-hour car trip. And I'm a breastfeeding mother, so.
Be more adventurous.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Off. You be more adventurous. Why don't you go on a Buc-ee's adventure? You'd love that.
Do you just die over Billy's chunkiness?
Yeah, I'm shocked that I haven't completely eaten him. Like, shocked that boy has survived without being eaten alive for 7 months. Because I could just eat that little critter. God, don't give your kids steamed broccoli in the skip hop. This is a goddamn nightmare.
How do I convince my husband to want a baby?
I don't know if you can convince anybody to want a baby. That's hard.
I think you got to find a cute baby that somebody else has and have your husband be around that cute baby.
Yeah, I guess.
It worked for me with Billy.
You've always wanted kids.
Yeah, but, I don't want to be around kids.
You like being around Billy, though.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Yeah.
He's the happiest boy I've ever seen.
He's genuinely very happy, and I think a big part of that is because he's got so many loving people in his life, you being one of them. So, I don't know, man. I'm sorry. That's hard. But listen to Billy, though. Bring him around some babies that are chill. There are some babies that are not chill. Don't bring him around not chill ones.
Yeah, and if you can't find that kind of baby, just go hire like some performer to be a baby, one of those small people.
No.
I saw one on Hollywood Boulevard one
Billy,
time.
don't
He played
stop.
the best baby I've ever seen.
You have to stop it.
Or Mike and Marlon Wayans in that movie where he's just... Yeah, we're way off topic. I'm sorry for the digressions.
I digress.
Now, next question.
Yeah.
Did you feel pressured, rushed to become a mom? I'm almost 30 and not ready.
I always wanted to become a mom at 35. And then when my girlfriends all started having kids at 30, and like one of my best friends had her first baby at 28, I knew I wasn't ready at 28. So I don't regret not having my baby then. But I'm 35. Yesterday I turned 35.
Oh, what? Really?
Well, Monday, it's Tuesday when this comes out.
Wow.
So on Monday I turned 35.
Dang.
That is what. And my only regret is that I didn't start having kids sooner, now that I know how much I love being a mother.
Yeah, you weren't ready though.
I wasn't ready, but I am now. And that's the rub.
I also just want to point out...
Have kids early and often.
I want to point out that the person that asked that question was also the person that asked the question of how do I convince my husband to want a baby.
Is it toxic if I say you don't have to convince your husband, just get pregnant?
No, I'm saying it's the same person that asked both the questions.
I know that, but am I saying, like, is it toxic if my advice to her is, like, who cares if you ever convince him, just get pregnant?
No. Just do it.
Just
That's how the
do
world
it.
turns. That's how we used to get things done back in the day.
Put it on
huh,
your...
girl?
Do it, girl. Get that baby.
It's like, I want him, so therefore, pregnant.
A lot of men also really like their own babies, but not other babies. So he'll want his baby, hopefully.
Does he have any siblings that have children?
Oh, yeah. Does he have nieces and nephews?
That's what those are called.
Stupid. James is obviously an only child.
Those things.
I have 13 minutes left on the clock for nap time, and you know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to go to the bathroom. But you can't come with me there because that is private. That's a private space. That's
Yeah.
just for me. It's not for you.
James doesn't go into poop time.
I wasn't even talking about you coming, James, but I'm not going to take them by myself either. The point being is, I want to remind you guys of something we've talked about before. You don't have to want to do something to get it done. And you can accomplish a bunch of shit in 90 minutes minus 13 minutes.
Yeah.
So if you have stuff you need to get done, make a micro-manageable list, set a timer for 90 minutes.
No excuses.
Just do it. Because
Do it.
do it for who you want to be tomorrow. And who you want to be tomorrow is a bitch who doesn't have to do that.
Yeah.
And guess what? Happy birthday to me yesterday. And another thing, I'll see you next Tuesday.